Let me know if you are seeing me clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 174. I trust that everybody is okay. For the persons who are on their way home from work, I trust that you will get home from work very quickly, very safely. For the persons who are home and ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down, jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes Cartel, Bojo Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Portia Simpson Miller, and some only more people. Peeps, we're there. Manners and respect. Good night.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them. You know it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey yo, yellow, like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey yo, yellow, send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them right here. Warlord representing.
So peeps, we're there. Big up to the people and we're checking early. You understand? You know we deal with the whole way big ups them on NI stream. But we have some Miss Keisha West, Ingrid Theatre, Miss Ruth Daly, Miss Winsome H, Miss Joan Gray, all of the people over there, Dante, and big up on yourself. You understand? You know there is no time to waste. Kevin Smith said, big up all intelligent people, all nice and decent people in the building, manners and respect, you know. You understand what I say? So peeps, you know, we do that something on Wednesday. And I did I say, yo, I talk off the whole I topic them for Friday. I want to tell us right now, I'm going to put back some and topic them for Sunday. Thing full up. Be a foolishness are going a yard. Jamaica to rot it. You know what I mean? But peace, I'm going to start out from people in the diaspora. Yeah? Especially Jamaicans in the diaspora who are not legal where they are and are probably in a state of unease as we speak. There is a situation where high alert is being advised. I change over the background because you know say work will come for work, you know, and this is the background, you know, say a problem time. Yeah, so let me say Jamaicans illegally in the US warned to have lawyers on hand. ICE gearing up to deport thousands of undocumented immigrants starting this weekend. Yeah, the man them call like ICE family, and I see what I go on. So Jamaicans living illegally in the United States are being advised by the New York-based immigration attorney Millicent Clark to have a lawyer's number on speed dial, as they could quickly find themselves on a plane back home if a US government planned operation gets underway this weekend. You see me? So for the people them know so them they are Uncle Sam Barnyard, you understand, and the thing now up and seal up. Careful. You understand? And Miss Millicent Clark I say lie up. See? So a similar operation was to take place last month, but US President Donald Trump postponed it. My apologies. The operation, which has caused outrage among immigrant rights advocates, is expected to target persons with final deportation orders, including families whose cases were fast-tracked by judges in 10 major cities, including Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and Miami. See? So, listen to this now. I can't tell you certainly how many people will be affected, but I know that there are a ton of people out there in that position. A lot of them will be returned to their country if this operation goes forward, because they might decide not to go forward with it again based on public opinion or something else. See? So these are turbulent times. If someone isn't behind you, the likelihood is that you are going home. Yeah? So the lawyer continued, my primary advice is that if you are in that position, take the opportunity to contact an experienced immigration attorney so you can know what steps you should be taking if they come knocking on your door. Just in case Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials, ICE, come banging at your door, Clark said they should not be allowed inside your home. You understand? She said those officials usually show up early in the morning in marked ICE vehicles. If they have a warrant, tell them to put it under the door. If they push the warrant for your arrest as an illegal alien, you should contact your attorney. but do not give them permission to enter your house. Yeah? So that are for the people them where they are Uncle Sam. You understand? I know so the thing not so strong. Zane, we don't need to have a plan. Because in the morning here comes Babylon. But it's a joke sometimes. That's a serious situation. There are many different reasons and factors and dynamics as it relates to why some persons may not be able to sleep tonight. Let's see what happens. Remember, whichever way we take it, America no yard, we never born there. You understand what I say? So if at the end of the day the worst come to the worst, then you know what I mean, we just have to go just brush off the dirt and try again. You know what I mean? Because I just saw a thing set up. You see me? Speaking about ice in America, yeah, Jamaicans would don't like behave themselves like. You understand? Jamaican man gets 21 years in prison, young girl, for human smuggling. Yeah? So a Jamaican man has been sentenced to more than 2 decades in prison in the United States for running a human smuggling operation. I suppose we can change the background here. Because we don't know that it's kind of cool, you know. So court records show 44-year-old Michael Sapleton was extradited to the US last year and sentenced on Thursday to 21 years and 10 months. Then a federal jury in South Florida found him guilty on 47 counts related to a people smuggling ring. So prosecutors say Stapleton, coordinated the smuggling of undocumented immigrants to the United States from around the world through Freeport, Bahamas. So witnesses testify that Stapleton used the vulnerability of the immigrants to exploit them by demanding more money from them after they were in his power, keeping them in deplorable conditions, mistreating them, and sending them out in unsafe boats. Well, spread a bit hard family, lay down in the hard. You understand what I say? That's what I think there, because when you learn, if you have sense. You see me? You think people is good, sir? You're taking people, smuggling people, sir? You understand? All the best. But 44, and him get 21 years and 10 months. So I'm going to be 65. Yeah, retirement age. You understand? When him do it. I guess he's probably eligible for parole at them time. But, you understand? That's the thing that you can't. Oh, but that's what I go on and I want to notification. I kind of realize some days nobody know on the channel, you know, like away people them there on Friday. You understand what I mean? I know Friday kind of is a slow day, but 80G people at this time when I dance and tunes start play. Well, that's what I think. Work have to go on. You know what I mean? So hopefully dance full of look more. We don't need to share. The it's on my phone there. I have my phone in the room. We don't need to share the link to his stream right about you know. You understand? Because a serious time of night. So I go on. So hold on. These are some serious time. Don't make the noise youth. All I can see around us is just violence and crime. Computer you move slow. Control C. Yeah, I just post a one thing because you can't come preach and nobody in the church, you know, it don't make no sense. You see me? Auntie. Hold on. So for the people them on post it on WhatsApp status and them thing that James Bond, want to go on, brother? Thing good, sir. They actually look to church member in the night. Church Lily. Ah boy. On the internet I move slightly bent up. Alright, that. So let's do that. Yeah, so we can go and work with that for now. See? Boom. Post it back in here so. See what I go on in there so. And them something there. Alright. I never get none either. Plus, I'm a little busy just a check in. Yeah, look like notification. Them not gonna road. We don't know what going. You understand? YouTube and them thing. But I just say thing. So peeps in the background is the Mandeville Regional Hospital. I mean, so some more foolishness are going down there. You understand? I don't get the fullness of the story yet. But I guess by Sunday I can shed some more light on that situation. But I hear say thing set away. The Island Deals Online, big up yourself. So the Mandeville Regional Hospital, and this situation is a little bit beyond a stage of being just worrying or concerning or a serious matter. Almost a week after miscarriage, multiple women await removal of their babies. No, that is so sad on so many different levels. You can imagine how emotionally draining these women or emotionally drained these women would have been at the simple fact of losing their child. No, to having to deal with the loss of a child. Zane, you would think that the medical fraternity would try as best as possible to remove said babies from the womb of their now traumatized mothers. But a week on, some of these women are still walking around with a dead child inside their womb. Boy, I look like a UI gang leader, James Bond. So at least not one or two or six or seven, but 8 women at the Monday, and at least, give or take. You understand what next 12? I'm just saying. At least 8 women at the Mandeville Regional Hospital have been waiting since Monday to have surgeries to remove their unborn babies who have died. The distraught women say their procedures are continuously rescheduled. One of the women who spoke said that she was 2 months pregnant when her unborn baby died. The woman, Zane, said she don't really understand what would have caused the situation. Miss Sawyers, good night, mother. How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, son. So she's saying that the child would have died, the baby would have died inside her when she was about 2 months pregnant. She don't know what would have caused it, but she been away. You understand? She says she was admitted to the Mandeville Regional Hospital on Monday. She also contend that other women with similar cases have been in the hospital since Saturday. So, people in a worse situation than she is. You understand what I say? In the meantime, the hospital says all the surgeries should have been completed from yesterday, which would have been Thursday. The public relations officer at the Mandeville Regional Hospital, Latoya Brown, says the procedures were initially scheduled for Wednesday. She says the procedures were pushed back due to other emergency operations. You hear that? So a woman whose child would have died in her from Saturday, the removal of said dead child has been pushed back 7 days because of other emergencies. Oh, I see. Okay. She says all the cases have been assessed and the emergency ones are done first. There's more to this story, but I'm going to find out by Sunday. You understand? There was another article that I did not get to read because I never have the time. But I did cite it somewhere about the South Western Regional Health Authority as some more heap of things. You understand? But whatever they must say right now don't make no sense. It come like a politician's attack. Because there's no way that you can explain to me or justify to me a woman who has lost her child, the baby's dead inside her, and from Saturday, and today is Friday, almost Saturday again, that dead baby has not been removed from the womb of that woman. It's like you're adding insult to injury family. So we are going to hear all of the excuses them now and all of them something. The reality is that is unacceptable, family. You understand what I say? And if there are so many emergencies at the Mandeville Regional Hospital, why not make provisions to have those ladies taken to a next medical facility, or have experts from other facilities come over to Mandeville to have these cases dealt with? God forbid, I wonder if Miss Oldness would have been at one of the hospitals and unfortunately should have had a miscarriage. If she would have been allowed to lie down in a hospital bed with the dead child of the Prime Minister inside her womb. I'm just asking. You understand? But that's a ask. Ah boy. I sincerely hope that whatever the situation is at the Mandeville Regional Hospital is treated with some sense, treated with some alacrity. Zane and these women are at least able to get some closure, family. Can you imagine the psyche of these women at this point in time? You are sleeping with a child who would have died in you for a week, and you know that that child would have died. The doctors know that the child would have died. And you are telling me there are so many other emergencies at the Mandeville Regional Hospital where these 8 women cannot be treated with? That's unacceptable, brother. You understand me I say? That is absolutely unacceptable. Jamaica Terrated. Ah boy. Hopefully when we speak on Sunday, there will be some closure to this unfortunate development. Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, it is great to see you. I'm happy that you got home back safely. I guess we'll talk one of them time. I'm just saying. You understand what I say? I'm gonna know still. But may I keep an eye on it? You understand? Because too much foolishness are going on in your family. You understand? Much things are going on. Where's the Minister of Health? This matter needs to be addressed. I'm saying the same thing in Miss Earlene Donaldson. I am sure you would have gotten wind of the situation by now. You understand? And I sincerely hope that the minister is treating with the situation as a matter of emergency, because that is what it is. How can you have a woman lying down in an hospital bed? First thing, the hospital, they're uncomfortable to begin with. Yeah? From Saturday. With a dead baby inside her. But as a wise man once said, you know, the greatest crime in life is to be poor, you know. You never hear that something there? Why may I tell you? You understand? Tell you, boy. So speaking about women and pregnancy and them good things. Telecommunications giant Flow formerly Cable and Wireless, formerly Lime, formerly some other people. You understand? They were rating on the mother said die 2 cars from Saturday to Friday. Boy, them say them assess the thing them in a Kimon at Miss Thompson. And them a cheat that deal with that. Boy, I not even know. I not even know. Teach it is slowly poisoning the body. Something dead inside of you for a week can't be good. You understand? Not Dante Romario saying blame the people. You understand? Well, fair enough. Telecommunications firm Flow has announced a new policy introducing paid leave for fathers, adoptive and foster parents, and extending time off for moms. The new policy, which took effect on June the 1st, provides 16 weeks of paid leave for birth mothers and 8 weeks of paid leave for fathers, adoptive and foster parents, as well as any employee who becomes a surrogate parent. Previously, only permanent employees were granted 12 weeks maternity leave. However, the new policy will benefit both mothers and fathers, whether permanent or temporary. Big up on yourself, Flo. As a matter of fact, Zines, a round of applause, for Flo there. You understand? Flow in the right direction. You see? Because normally I just the Empress them get leave, maternity leave. Now we are say the general them I get one look up paternity leave. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that something there. You see? So this is a defining moment for our entire Jamaican family. The conventional family construct has evolved, and as a progressive employer, we are ensuring that we further support our team members and help to facilitate these moments that matter for them and their families, said Flow Jamaica's manager, Stephen Price. Mr. Stephen Price, big up yourself again. Zin, he said the initial months after birth are critical. I wonder if the Ministry of Education want to look into that. But then we don't know Minister of Education. Because a problem down there right now. You understand? Right now, they're good as out for take maternity leave from mothers. I'm just saying, I don't know. Them not going to do that still. Zane? Alright. Having your partner with you makes a world of difference, said Price. Our families provide balance and support daily. And this policy further underscores who we are as an employer and the commitment we are making to our team members and the well-being of their families. I love it. So the new provision means that the partner can take his or her paternal leave after the birthing parent has completed maternity leave and returned to work, therefore giving the new baby an extended period in the care of a parent. Brilliant move. We hear good things, with big up good things. According to the telecommunications company, several of their employees are already benefiting from the new policy, including those who were on maternity leave as the effective date. Well, as of the effective date. You understand? Big up on yourself, Flo. You understand what I say? I hope we not really too high up a thing to pay for that thing up on a level still, because we still have to live on the telecommunication side. But that is visionary. You understand what I say? And we have to give thanks. As me I say, Ministry of Education down there. I'm looking into it now. You understand what I say? When the mothers them do them time, then we not can do with time to nothing wrong with that something there. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, Flo. You understand? I hope some vision Flow go to the ministry. Because them need it, you know. Them need it. Them need every vision they can get, every eye. You understand? Speaking about Ministry of Education, the whole world know by now that I am an educator. And for the persons who might be new to the channel, I am an high school teacher of geography. and social studies. Like, yeah, but I really geo focus on. Yes, and then would have pursued geography and environmental studies at an even higher level. Yeah? So, I would have done a video, I think, yesterday with the headline Jamaican teachers are under attack. And funny enough, some of the comments placed under the video, in my opinion, was another attack on the fact that I would have done a video saying teachers are under attack. Since the inception of this channel, I would have done videos saying children are under attack, saying women are under attack, the elderly are under attack, police are under attack, soldiers are under attack. And whenever I'm no problem. Alright. But no, a teacher, I guess because I have a teacher, did a video, and let me give you some preface, some background on why the video was done. Did a video saying teachers are under attack. I was taken to task and was made to see that the entire Jamaica is under attack and not just teachers, so don't make it about teachers. And this brings me right back to the point. There's very little appreciation and respect and value for what teachers are and what they do in this country. How can somebody look at a video detailing 6 teachers who would have been attacked, 4 fatally, over a span of not 6 months, but 4 months, and suggest that you are doing this video simply because you are a teacher? Then it is obvious to me that a number of these persons did not make full use of what their teachers were offering when they were in a position to benefit. I did a video on Sunday basically saying that soldiers are under attack, as 3 soldiers would have been killed since the start of the year. All good. But 6 of my colleagues would have been attacked, 4 fatally, since the year began. Not even since the year began. Since April. Yeah, which makes that 4 months. And me not supposed to talk about it. Like, before that amusing to say the least, yo. The Morgans, how are you? I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Big up to the persons who are shout out in the comments, But as me I say, we normally big up everybody when the stream are done. If you keep the thing moving. But big up on yourself. We see everybody. Manners. See? Secondly, the script for the video was not even created by me personally. It was an article that was posted by the Jamaica Gleaner, in relation to what the Jamaica Teachers Association is saying about the latest incident in which Miss Caroline Davis Campbell was murdered at her home in Melrose Mews in Mandeville. As a matter of fact, the Gleaner in their article had 7 persons, because they also included Sanjay, but I remember what Sanjay's surname, from Upper Calabar, the physics teacher who was allegedly assaulted by the track stars leading up to champs. I did not use him simply because I did not consider that situation as serious as the 6 person mentioned in the video. Because the 2 persons who did not die of the 6. One was chopped many times, and her 8-month-old child was chopped in the process, and the child died. The principal of St. Hilda's High School was chopped by a man who tried to rob her on the school compound. So Sanjay's situation was not as grave, no disrespect to Sanjay, as the other 2 ladies. So I decided not to go with 7, I went with 6. But it's still a problem. Somebody, some chick, something, I remember, because I went to sleep. Because I think I got gym and I did frost out. You understand? I'm going to come back, what a shower, and I went to sleep for a little. But when I woke up, the person deleted the comment. But anyway, you can still see the outline of the comment. You just cannot respond to it. That person said he has not even an ounce of sympathy for Jamaican teachers, because Jamaican teachers have been abusing children from the devil was a boy. You know, really said the last part. I'm just put it in. You understand what I say? That is a sample of Sanjay Shah. Thanks, Miss Thompson. See? That is how a wider cross section than many people think in this country view teachers in a family. But the fact still remain that I did the video. The fact still remain, nobody can get me to delete the video. The fact still remain that 6 teachers have been violently attacked, 4 fatally, since April of 2019. So why is it, as an educator who is a vlogger, who would have been detailing attacks on different demographics in the society, fail to do a video to say that teachers are under attack? But as a teacher, we analyze that quick and fast, man. We understand the type of people who would have an issue with that story. You understand what I say? Jamaican teachers under attack, 6 in 4 months. Zane, so this is I kind of did edit the Gleaner thing for script the video. Yeah, I know some people don't watch it, so don't need to go watch it. And listen what I'm going on. And the 6 persons on screen are the persons who would have died. The 2 ladies over by the corner, well, not over by the corner. The lady in the corner is the principal at St. Hilda's, and this brown lady here with the natural hair down here. So she is a primary school teacher from Manchester. She would have been chopped many times by her husband, her common law husband, who jumped in a one hole after him kill the little boy and chop her up. The other persons are now dead. 2 males, 2 females. Yeah? So in the video, I scripted saying it is becoming increasingly hard not to declare, yeah, that there's an attack on the teaching profession following the June 10 early morning murder of 43-year-old Bishop Gibson High School teacher Carolyn Davis Campbell at her Melrose Mews home in Manchester. I mean, there's a lot of debate as it relates to that situation. And she is the lady in the middle right there. You understand? Beside the Shinehead brother. Then, police reports are that the educator was home with her husband when noise was heard just outside the dwelling sometime after midnight. A short moment later, a gunman reportedly kicked in the door to the house. The police said the victim's husband told them that he was awakened from his sleep when the bedroom door was kicked in. I believe he's a car salesman. I think he operates a car mart somewhere. The house is a very nice house. I actually have a picture of the house, but I never did have it when I do the video then. He reportedly rolled from the bed as the gunman fired several shots. After the shooting subsided, he subsequently discovered that his wife had been hit multiple times. The husband miraculously escaped injury, while the police recovered 5 spent casings at the scene. I think there are many questions that are being asked by many different people for many different reasons, but we'll see how the investigation proceeds. See? This development is just the latest in a slew of tragic incidents involving teachers in recent times. Yeah? As Samuel Martin, which is a brother with the shine head, Zane, a 41-year-old St. Joseph's Teachers College lecturer went missing on Good Friday, April 19th. After days of searching, his decomposing body was found on the 25th of April in bushes in the Juno Crescent section of Maypen, Clarendon, with the hands and feet bound and his body doused with gasoline. So his body was doused with gasoline in order to keep down the scent of the decaying flesh. There are a number of allegations surrounding Mr. Martin as well. And there are, well, I would have been furnished with some information, cannot verify, as it relates to a series of events that would have led up to him going missing and subsequently his body being found. But I can't come do a video where me can verify. Yeah, understand what I say? You know, we don't really do that something there. So, I guess persons would have probably done that, but I feel them think that. Yeah, understand what I say? Alright. This development is just the late, I said that already. On Teachers' Day of all days, on Teachers' Day, the 8th of May, 35-year-old grade 6 Belmont Park Primary School teacher Cleveland Campbell, he is the gentleman in the orange shirt, Zane, and his teenage nephew were shot at their house in Bridgeport, St. Catherine, when armed men reportedly broke into their house at about 3:15 a.m. and shot Campbell and the teenager before making their escape. Campbell later died. I suppose the nephew would have recovered or is still recovering. I do not know. A grade 4 teacher at the Rumble Primary School in Manchester was allegedly chopped several times by her common-law husband at their home in Mandeville on the 29th of May, when 8-month-old Roisin McPherson, a handsome little boy, was also chopped in the incident and later died. 33-year-old Innswood High School science teacher Salome Plummer was shot and killed along with her 35-year-old sister Simona Plummer on the 9th of June after gunmen gained entry to their home on Keats Avenue in Duhaney Park, St. Andrew. There are also allegations surrounding that, as reports are that the sisters would have moved from Clarendon to Duhaney Park very recently before they were murdered. Yeah? While Heather Johnson, the principal of St. Hilda's High School in Brownstone, St. Anne, was treated in hospital after being chopped on the hand by a robber wearing a mask on the school compound on June the 20th. The intruder breached the security system on the compound of the all-girls boarding institution. And as I said on Wednesday when I streamed, when I was growing up, them things never normally happen. You understand what I say? And yes, I know say some of us as teachers are very aggressive at times. See, some of us use excessive force in situations that might not warrant it. Some of us break the laws of the land as it relates to dealing with our children. But the reality is that majority of the teachers in this country means well for the children of this nation. That is the reality. You understand? And when we reach a stage of society, and let me get this clear out of the way now. I guess persons are probably here for the first time, or persons are here to find things to criticize about. Big up on yourself. But for the persons who are here for the first time, might not have heard me spoken before on certain issues. It no matter who is murdered in the country, is a Jamaican who is killed. I am just addressing the teacher situation in a box at the moment because we have so many teachers being attacked. But if a child is killed, a woman is killed, a man is killed, a boy is killed, a Jamaican is killed. And it is unacceptable. But we just detail in a situation where the evidence would suggest that something is happening as it relates to our teachers. What never used to happen before. You understand? And as a teacher, I will not shy away from detailing it. You understand what I say? I just decided the family. Yeah, DJ Killer was. Chelsea on my side, man. I don't wear a jersey if I don't support the team. Still, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. And thing. So, teachers, be careful here, sir. You understand what I say? There's a jungle out there. You see? There's a jungle out there. And everybody in that jungle is a killer, it seems. So, you have to be careful. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, I could move on from that situation. I kind of spend a little time on this, but it's kind of personal. You know what I mean? And on my stream. Ah, boy. Police seized illegal firearm in St. James. Man charged. One more shoes off High Street. Police say a man has been arrested and charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following a seizure on the Mount Pelion Main Road in St. James on Wednesday. So in custody is 46-year-old Lloyd Parkins of Galloway District in Betheltown in Westmoreland. So according to police reports, lawmen were conducting a vehicular checkpoint operation in the area about 9:30 p.m. when Perkins was signaled to stop his vehicle. After lawmen searched his Toyota Voxy motor car, a .38 Taurus revolver with 6.38 rounds of ammunition was discovered and subsequently seized. Parkins is scheduled to appear before the Western Regional Gun Court on Tuesday of next week. Yeah? Anting. Father Peyton Place. Manners are respecting a brother. You know, I appreciate that something every time, you know. Blessings every time, family. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So, peeps, one story I know we kind of hot off of the press. Zane, I would have uploaded a video earlier today. Zane, in relation to a situation where a young man was killed, shot and killed. One detained, one escaped, and imitation firearm was allegedly seized by members of the King Alarm Security Company. You understand? And there is discussion afoot as to whether or not the security guards acted in a hasty manner. There are questions as it relates to whether or not there was a threat against the safety of the security guards. Seeing there's discussion afoot as to, based on the atmosphere and the climate as it relates to crime, seeing teach, you need to cover sports too. You know, say sports news and really do well on the channel, brother. So you have to do what you have to do and you have to know anything and just work. Some things are right, some things no. You understand what I say? I talk about some sports thing Wednesday with Usain Bolt and Glenn Mills and some other people. I talk about sports from time to time, man. But it's not something that most of the people who come watch the stream are really here for. If you understand what I say. It is not something that most of the people who watch the videos are here for. So you have to know your audience and present content where you know your audience will consume. Because at the end of the day, yes, we enjoy doing this, but it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy. So we have to make some money out of it to family. I don't see a thing go. But from time to time, we'll try to intersperse the discussion with a little bit of sports. You know what I think go? Yeah, man. Blessings still. I appreciate the suggestion to your family. You know what I mean? So watch me now, peeps. Some of the discussion is that it is murder. Some of the discussion is that the youth them forget wire because what them a walk around with imitation firearm. And I have listened, well, I have read the comments. As I said, but I normally get free reply to the comments because a lot of them, but I see many of the comments. Yeah? And I understand the argument from both sides of the fence, in all honesty. Yeah? But you know, security story no match video. King Benji will go on. Zane, King Alarm has since responded to the public discourse. You understand? The reply would have been made public shortly before I came live, so I never get to do nothing individual about that. Not sure I will anyways. Man killed by guards in fake gun encounter. He has been identified now. We soon talk about that. But the long and short of the story is that reports are at about 1 a.m. on Thursday, July 11. A group of guards from the King Alarm Security Company received a call about a break-in at a property along Studio One Boulevard and responded. So information is that upon reaching the location, the guards reportedly carried out a search of the property and found no one there. So the police said reports they received were that as the guards were about to leave the location, 3 men approached the vehicle and the vehicle the guards were traveling in. Based on the video that I saw, the men were actually, it looked like they were called to the vehicle. So the reporter said they approached the vehicle, but based on what I saw, these men were actually called to the vehicle. Zane, because one, the vehicle was on the opposite side of the driving lane, that a one. The youths actually walk past the vehicle and turn back. Zane, so it is suggesting to me that somebody in the vehicle would have beckoned to them and they would have turned back. I could be wrong. You understand? Yeah, man. Alright. So you know, one of the men reportedly pulled a firearm and pointed it at the window of the vehicle. Again, based on the video that I saw, the young man who was shot, he's in the black shirt. He and persons were asking why me never show when the youth get shot in the video. There's a difference between being a viewer on YouTube and a content creator on YouTube. Being a viewer on YouTube, you guys don't worry about my channel and what I might have to deal with on my channel. You just want to see what you want to see, but it don't work like that. It might work like that over some other channel. You understand? But it don't work like that here. So I will try as best as possible to uphold the rules and guidelines as stipulated by YouTube. And as such, I have learned many of the things, many of the do's and the don'ts. So me not gonna show you where one man a shoot one man family like after me no idiot. You understand? So you have to understand how the thing goes. It is different being a viewer on YouTube than being somebody who runs a YouTube channel. So you need to understand that. You understand the things that I do, I think about it, I understand what the consequences may be. See, now why I need for sure that now I get a community guideline strike and I can't stream for 3 months. That don't make no sense to me, brother. You understand? Ah, boy. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't even show the security brother a firearm gun neither. But that one not so bad. You understand? Alright. We just have beat and teeth same time. You understand? Alright. So as me I say, based on the video that I have, the video that I watched, and the video that I edited, at no point in time did I see that young man pulling a weapon. I saw the young man pulling up his shirt as if to show that he was not armed. His 2 hands were in the air with his shirt in his hand. So I do not know where in that situation he would have reached. Zane? Zane? I am not sure when or where he would have reached for a weapon if him 2 hand them in the ear so I hold him shirt. The only other time him hand move is when him put him hand in to him face because he was actually shot in his face. For the persons who are asking, he got shot in his face. 1 time. And that's the end of him. So you know, the report has given to the police that one of the men reportedly pulled a firearm and pointed it at a window of the security vehicle. Reports are that one of the guards pulled his firearm and opened fire at the gun holder. I soon tell you a king alarm of a scene because you see there is their side, your side, and other people's side. I mean, on a side in there. Yeah, I kind of hear that video there to Kevin. See, but that don't mean much really and truly. In the scheme of things right now. You understand? I have that video clip there as well. Now, the armed man was hit and later taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, him did going to bleed out for a while still, so I don't really know. You understand? The guards managed to apprehend another member of the group who turned out to be a teenage boy. All of them look like a teenage boy to me anyways. The third one escaped. You understand? Now, as per what the police would have reported based on what statements they would have collected from the security personnel, I have issues with some of the details in the report versus the video itself. See? And before we even get this twisted, you know? You understand what I say? Before we even get this twisted, if the allegations are true that one of these boys was walking around with an imitation gun, the reality is that anything him get, him probably fi take. So I want to clear that up, you know. Because I am all for law and order. Zin? However, in the dispensation of law and order and in the pursuit of justice and trying to make Jamaica a safer place, we need to understand that there are things that are called rules of engagement as well. Ms. Sandra Bennett said they are not the police, but the reality though, Ms. Sandra, is that based on what their contract would say, there are certain things that they are allowed to do if persons' lives or properties at stake. You understand? And the reality is this: members of the security guard corps have been trying to aid the police in the crime fighting initiative. And really and truly, I appreciate the help. You understand? I appreciate the help. But at the end of the day still, you can't be too jumpy either. I know some people are going to say about teach. Him have an imitation gun. Or how the security guard then know say it's not a real gun. That's a good point. But me I say, based on the video where me I say, Zane, apparently there are about 5 different camera angles. It would be good to see the views from the other angles. Because we're only seeing camera 1 based on the video where me have. Zane? So there are so many different dynamics in this thing. It is really hard to hold a conclusive stance on the situation. Yes, we don't want no man to walk up. What am I do on the road 1 o'clock in the night with imitation weapon? If the allegation is true that they actually had that weapon. Because that is a fact that, you know, that's a possibility. That is something we have to address to, you know. Zine, at this point, it is all alleged. But we are say, if I saw it go, why is it? What them did up to? You understand me I say? A man now walk with an imitation gun if him not have something untoward in his mind. You understand? So there are some questions. And all me I say is that the report as given to the police is not matching up with what I watch with my 2 eyes. And what people tell me, you know, what me see with my 2 eyes. You understand? So I am interested to see where the investigation go, and I'm interested to see what other developments will arise out of said investigation. Now, King Alarm, as they usually do, have responded. Security company King Alarm is defending the actions of 2 of their employees who are implicated in the shooting death of a 16-year-old boy on Wednesday night. So as I said, based on observation, it would also appear that all boys were teenagers. The one who was killed is 16. The one in custody now is a teenager, and apparently the one who run is a teenager as well. Why are 3 teenage boys at 1 o'clock on the road walking up and down with an imitation firearm? That's a question that we have to ask ourselves. You understand? The next question is, did the security guard actually see this weapon before he fired? We don't know. Them are going to say that, obviously, but we don't know. You understand? Watch this now. Dead is Tayshawn Marshall, or Tayshawn Marshall, of a Kingston address. As I said, he's 16-year-old. So you know, in a statement, King Alarm says it believes the actions of their employees were justified. A video of the shooting is being circulated on social media. In it, 3 males were seen walking along the roadway when it appears they signal a King Alarm vehicle to stop. Or did the King Alarm vehicle signal them to stop? Alright. After what seems to be a brief conversation, one of the males can be observed running. I also observed the male in the black shirt who was shot pointing somewhere like he must say over there so we come from or whatever. You understand? So obviously some discussion was taking place. But then the brother in the white shirt, him run. The brother in the without shirt, him did that try run and him not sure if him for run or what. And thing, and them catch him. So this is what King Alarm is saying, remember, you know? And me I say, you know, but that's I read it. It says, after what seems to be a brief conversation, one of the males can be observed running away. Another male appears to lift his shirt before falling to the ground. This person has since been identified as Tayshawn Marshall, 16 years old. The men aboard the vehicle then alighted and appeared to fire at the male who was fleeing the scene. The company says the armed response team was responding to an intrusion alarm at a premises on Brentford Road shortly before midnight on Wednesday. King Alarm says the shooting occurred after one of the individuals lifted his shirt as if to show he had no weapon. The company says the individual simultaneously reached for what appeared to be a firearm concealed in his waistband. In the video seen, it is unclear if the now deceased Marshall reached for a weapon. In its statement, King Alarm says it is aware that the individual reaching for his weapon may not be easily visible. And as I'm saying again, I have the video right in front of me, yes sir. You understand what I say? I have the video, and one of the reasons why I never play the video with the original, well, I don't think it's the original audio, I think it's the audio from somebody who recorded the screen. There's a Nicki Minaj, one song in the background. You understand? So you know, the video with me is still, but never mind. Alright. So in its statement, King Alarm says it is aware that the individual reaching for his weapon may not be easily visible. You understand? I guess our eyes probably not as good as King Alarm's. Good. An imitation firearm was allegedly seized following the shooting. See? And then there's a situation, you know, because the security guard in the passenger seat came out and fired. Wildly look like after the brother we are runway. The man a runner from you go so. The man is of no harm to you now. Why you shoot after the man, brother? You understand? They may not understand. But never mind. I guess me not on security training. Meanwhile, the police say when they arrived on the scene, an imitation firearm and a teenager were placed in their custody. Then Marshall was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The company says, based on its preliminary analysis, the actions of the security personnel were justified. According to King Alarm, their employees, like every Jamaican, have the right to defend themselves using proportionate force when their lives have been threatened. That's an interesting statement, you know. It says the company also has a strict use of force policy, stipulating minimal force be used in every situation. The security company says its personnel involved in the shooting death have been taken on frontline duty while the incident is being investigated. Meanwhile, King Alarm says it is also investigating the circumstances under which another of the company's security personnel on the scene discharged his firearm in the direction of what appeared to have been a fleeing suspect. In the meantime, head of the St. Andrew Central Police Division, Senior Superintendent Jacqueline Coombs, says the police are aware of the shooting incident. Zane, and Coombs said the investigation is in its embryonic phase. Interesting. So peeps, I suppose that involvement teach, and even so, him shouldn't shoot after the youth. The next thing, yeah, me know involvement involving it, but the man a take away himself. The man is have no threat to you. You understand what I say? You shoot wildly in the night, then suppose a bullet there penetrate somebody with and kill somebody. Then what you tell them say? You understand? Because there was no aim really. Him just a fire like. I suppose this discussion will continue for a while. I might do a follow-up video as per what King Alarm is saying and see how we go from there. But I don't know. You understand? Thing look a waste star. Zane, and we not defend the youth them because if the youth them have a imitation firearm and walk up and down with it means them have ill intent family. You understand what I say? It means them have ill intent. And that cannot be ignored. Zane, my concern though is that the report is not aligning itself with the CCTV footage. The CCTV footage is leading to more questions. So, a lot of things wrong with the whole thing. That is the long and short of the story. As Miss Winsome H is saying, something wrong with everyone involved. Things that are weird. So, I could move on now, peeps, because night are coming up. Woman charged after allegedly attempting to collect dead mother's pension. A St. Andrew woman who allegedly attempted to collect her dead mother's pension has been arrested and charged by the police. The Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch report that 54-year-old Janet Jarrett of Hillside Crescent was charged on Wednesday with forgery, uttering forged documents, and obtaining money by means of false pretense. It is reported that on January 21st, Jarrett went to the Accountant General's Department to update the banking information of her mother, Ermine Bryant, to facilitate the collection of her pension. The police say she presented an identification card which arose the suspicion of the representative. The police were alerted and an investigation was carried out which revealed that Jarrett's mother died in 2016. New Year, so Ruel is still free. She was consequently arrested and charged. I have a lot of things to talk about Uncle Ruel tonight. Yo, the Ruel thing I tired with me, not telling a lie. See, she scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, July the 30th. And I suppose one of the thing with the Ruel thing is that me catch it from the beginning. With the Petrojam thing, for some strange reason, me never catch it from the beginning and it did hard for kind of just slat it, you understand? But the Ruel thing I tired me answer, me not telling no lie. You understand? But the brave will continue as Junior Gang and Nas say. Oh boy. Rape of children rampant in Westmoreland, says superintendent. You understand? See soup here. I am that. You might look all over the place. Sexual offences against girls under 16 have become a major concern in Westmoreland because of the alarming numbers recorded since the start of the year, says Superintendent Gary Mackenzie, who heads the parish's police division. Zane? So at a monthly meeting of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Mackenzie noted that up to June 30 this year, there have been 17 cases of rape committed against children under 16. The parish has recorded 23 cases in total. And I am assuming that these are just the ones that have been reported. Because we know with rape cases, normally about one good 60% not reported. You understand? So, give or take one next 6 to 10. So, obviously, the men them out of West there, because I don't think of people from Trelawney or St. James or Hanover go down and Westmoreland go rape the pitney them, you know. So, the man them out of West there, obviously, a target the babies them, really. You understand? What is very troubling, can I tell you, about this is that the rapes, sexual intercourses with females under the age of 16, it's not being done by strangers. Me tell you, say, Westmoreland, the man them come from. It is being done by persons who are very close to family members and so on. The police are very concerned about the issue. So we really want everybody to help the police in educating, in appealing, in counseling family members as it relates to issues like these. Mackenzie said one of the common practices for motorists to offer rides to females, take them away and rape them. Some of the women them too, you if you learn, if you say no, is that everybody going to ride, you must take ride. Because then you might have to take ride. It is a very serious matter. See? I have one story, but I can't find it. What that story there? Oh, boy, Prince, yeah, I soon find a story there, because I'm going to draw a feed next. I don't know it gone so far down there. So. You understand? It's a very serious matter, and I think that our women and teenage females are being violated too much, and that is something we cannot be proud of. Following the meeting, Mackenzie said that the police are doing all they can to curtail the wholesale assault on women and children across the parish. We have some situations where children, especially young girls, are doing extracurricular activities at school, and they are out very late. These young girls are being assaulted and raped by the individuals who should be taking care of them. The police are doing a lot of sensitization sessions in the communities and schools, but we are appealing to parents and guardians to monitor their children to mitigate against these activities taking place. Zane, Auntie. So that we a star. And you know the worst thing about it? The woman them just dash your family. As me say right now, you don't even have to look at woman, yo. You understand? Because the woman them outnumber about 1 million to 1 in a fam. But the man them want the baby them in a pram. You understand? And that wrong. You understand? Yeah, man. So peeps, a story, but I talk about it Wednesday based on the information that I had at the time. You see, I can't talk about what I don't have if I don't have it. You understand? We're not gross up. So I spoke to you on Wednesday, I need some water. About a situation where a St. Anne principal was arrested and being questioned by detectives from the Center for Sexual Offences and Child Abuse in Soka in relation to an incident or accusations suggesting that said principal would have fondled a male teenager not so long ago. And at the time I said I was hoping that it was a situation where the principal probably tried to reprimand the youth and the principal probably accidentally touched him inappropriately and them things. But lo and behold, nothing goes so. The information is suggesting that a principal depend on one. You understand? Oh, let me take off a picture here because I don't want to feel that this man is a principal. You know? Please give me some time. I need to get some water because all of a sudden. Yeah.
What we do here is go back. what we do here is go back.
Yeah, peeps. Yeah, M. Hendrickson, man. I know about the driving situation with Ruel Reid, man. I soon get to that. Plus some other things with Ruel Reid. Like, I don't know. So, you know, peeps, I could talk about the situation surrounding the principal. Zane, he was granted bail. So, bail granted for a St. Anne principal charged with indecent assault. Serious assault, that, you know. So, the principal name is Solomon Smith. But him not wise, by the looks of it. If the allegations are true, then he really not wise. It's a wrong name he get. You understand? Solomon Smith, the principal of the Brownstone Primary School in St. Anne. And you might be asking, how come a teenager there at a primary school teach? We soon talk about that. Who was charged on Tuesday with indecent assault, allegedly involving a male teenager of another school, has been granted bail. The 39-year-old accused was offered bail in the sum of 600,000 Jamaican dollars when he appeared in the St. Anne Parish Court on Wednesday morning. Smith is to return to court on September the 18th. Now, I do not know where this leaves Mr. Smith, who is the principal of that school, and what will happen from here considering the allegations. Zane, if me hear me tell you. Allegations are that on April 17th, the complainant, a 17-year-old high school student, missed his private bus ride to school and made contact with the principal, who is a family friend, to facilitate a drive to school. It is further reported that It is further reported that during the journey to Brownstone, the accused fondled the breast of the male teen and placed his hands in his boxers and fondled his sexual organ. May I read as the article said. Lawless, big up yourself. The teen is said to have told his parents of the incident weeks later, after reportedly telling his friends that he had become depressed. A report was subsequently made to the police, and following a probe, officers attached to the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse SOCA in the parish arrested the educator and later charged him. So during Wednesday's bail hearing, Smith's attorney said his client had denied the allegations that were laid against him. The attorney also argued that his client had never before had a serious complaint made against him, whether of an unlawful or immoral nature. Ah, boy. The report say the man feel up the little youth breast and put him under the little youth boxers and fondle the little youth. Then the little youth must depress. Eh? If the allegations are true. A little youth good as all, the dog get suicidal, yo. Yo, I'm there and I say me a hope say the allegations them not really true against the general, you know. But right now, all the thing look like him goes get caught. I don't know still, you know these things sometimes you have some different dynamics and factors involved. But right now, based on the information, I can't please, brother. Right now, I'm gone because you know anything go. So when we see what go on September 18 when he go back to court. You understand? You can imagine how you look at you there now. Hey man. But me I say you see me, I'll take off my glass. When I was a boy growing up, you know. You understand? I wouldn't want somebody who said them is family friend, pastor, wherever them come from, principal, feel up my breast or put them hand in a... I don't know how I'm them reach in my boxer anyway in a beginning of time. Because I say, from your youth, we don't grow them with it. You understand? See? Feel up my breast. Put that all about the glass here, sir. Alright, you know. Me I open up my place dark. You understand? And put him man in my boxers. Sir, you must be mad, man. Kevin Smith, me telling you what the report say. I never write the report in a family. The report say the man fondled the feel up the look of your breasts. Or him chest then, sir. They be know if that you want that work. You understand what me I say? Auntie. Johnny boy, me I look into it and me I say, boy, I don't know. You understand? But I guess the look of you would probably just, I don't know, probably freeze up. But, mono plug in for freeze. We I tell you. You understand? You're mad, man. But then, Renee, is what you want me to say. I never write the story, miss. I just as I read it, make a year. You understand? So, but I don't know. They said the youth breast. Then what you want me to say? Alright, fine, the youth chest. Can't bother with doing sometime, you know. You understand? 68-year-old Clarendon farmer chopped to death. 68-year-old. A real talk, so not Kevin. A real talk, you make for true, you know, brother. So you think set up for real. An elderly man was chopped to death. Yes, and peace. We reach the obituary section, I think. An elderly man was chopped to death in St. Catherine on Sunday. Dead is 68-year-old Perry Tobias, a farmer of Sweet Sop Lane in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. The incident occurred in the Thetford farm in the parish. So reports are from the Old Harbour police are at about 6 Sunday morning. Residents stumbled up on the body and summoned the police. On their arrival, Tobias was seen with multiple chop wounds to the upper body. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. And who couldn't really look upon a 68-year-old man and chop him up, though? Eh? Look at it. Speaking about Clarendon, you see? Man shot dead in Rocky Point. You know Rocky Point there? Clarendon. A 29-year-old man was shot dead in Rocky Point, Clarendon on Tuesday, the police have said. He has since been identified as Deron Taylor, unemployed of Hollywood Drive, Newtown in the parish. Reports on the Lioneltown police are at about 2:45 p.m. Taylor was walking along the roadway when several explosions were heard. After the shooting subsided, Taylor was found with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. The police were alerted and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Clarendon again. Another Clarendon man murdered. I treat that. See? Dead is 29-year-old Owen Black, otherwise called Cooley, a mason of common Canaanites in the parish. So the police say Black was among patrons at a bar shortly after 8 p.m. when armed men approached him and opened gunfire, hitting him several times in the upper body before escaping. Black was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Nelson wanted for reportedly stabbing farmer to death on a bus. The Lucy police in Hanover are continuing to appeal to members of the public for their assistance to apprehend a man who allegedly stabbed a farmer to death in a bus on the way to Mount Peace district in the parish on Tuesday night. I'm going to pause a bit, please. Yeah, where district name? The district name Mount Peace. Eh? And this man stabbed the man on the way to Mount Peace. You know see what I'm going on? Dave Robin, this is what really are going on in Jamaica. Brother, I wish I could have tell you. May I tell you the truth what God love. You understand what I say? I was there when in Clarendon when the shooting happened. I was in the nail shop. I'm happy that you're okay now, Makala. Boy, I don't know. I don't know. So the suspect has only been identified as Nelson. So reports are that about 10 p.m. the now deceased farmer, an ex-farmer, a elder. The one at Clarendon was 68 years old. This one is 56 years old. You understand what I say? Alright, Burrell, big up yourself, family. I appreciate the kind words. So the farmer is Patrick Graham. And Nelson were engaged in an argument while traveling on a bus from Lucy to their community of Mount Peace. The two men them come from the same place. Upon reaching their destination, a knife was reportedly used by Nelson to stab Graham multiple times to the upper body. The police were alerted and Graham was assisted to the hospital where he died. Anyone with information that can lead to the arrest of the suspect is being asked to contact the Lucy police at 876-956-2333, the police 119 emergency number, Crime Stop 311, or the nearest police station. So you know, why would I look at a 56-year-old man who is not threatening my life and stab him repeatedly with a knife? And if the police them serious, them just need to find a picture of Nelson and send it and give me. Quick and fast, cause everybody watch teach them. No itchings. I can't do nothing without a picture of Nelson. I can't just say Nelson wanted. Is that what Nelson in our country officers? You understand what I say? So when I dig up a picture of Nelson, let me get it and we fix things. Not hard than that. You see me? Cause right now Nelson for go. Oh, Nelson, boy, I don't know. On general, Dave just asks, what go on to Jamaica? Me ask the same thing, brother. Me there. Dave say, you know the amount of people want to return home to Jamaica and all these bad news are afraid to return home. Only God can change Jamaica. God no. Brother, only Jamaicans can change Jamaica. Forget about the God part right now. Big and serious. See, now I'm going to tell you how. We as a people need to realize so the foolishness will stop. Because here we go on a yard now, Father Dave. And listen me carefully. You have one set of people who are tired of the foolishness. You understand? And who are willing to sacrifice things for things change too. But then you have some other set of people who are complicit with the thing. Seeing so you have two opposing force. So everybody not up on the same level. Everybody not up on the same page. You understand what I say? Zine, and you have some people in the country where support some things were small and eventually them get big until we can't contain them. Then you have the corrupt politicians them. Speaking about corrupt politicians, we soon come to the anti-corruption vigil, you know. We soon reach to it. Then you have some complicit police officers. We can use the next C word for them too. Criminal police officers. The next C word, corrupt police officers. Zine. Then you have some big belly man where drive per hero, who live up on the hill. Zine, who are benefit from crime. You understand? So if crime is closed down, then some man business locked down. So some of the people them who are claim so them are try to fix crime, no one fix no crime. Because if crime fix, them not stand forget a dime. You see me I say? So there are so many different things at the end of the day, brother. Forget about God in that equation here. And we as people need to fix something here. Because if I got the answer, and listen me carefully, Jamaica is the country in the world that have the most churches per square kilometers in the world. Every corner you turn, you have 2 churches in there. You understand? And every Saturday and Sunday we have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people say them go to church. So, but I'm gonna say we don't need spirituality, you know, brother. Nothing. I don't want people misquote me, you know. I don't say there's no place for God, you know. That's not what me I say. But me I say the reality that we face on the ground in this country is not a God problem. It's a people problem. You understand? Until the people them decide say it have to fix, then it not go fix. You follow me I say, brother? Yeah, man, that's what I think there. So, I hope that makes sense still. Because, sometimes, you see it. Yeah, man. And then, speaking about, some of them pass say are criminal. But then that's a next story for your next time. You understand? Because, right now, I'm tired. If I don't want to go next thing, made all hot me, And my head not small, so my headache not small, Speaking about, as I said, the obituary part I think with it. So, I think. Bullets shot a calm in deadly anchovy attack. So St. James registered yet another murder yesterday morning when a 25-year-old man was shot and killed, gangland style, outside a Supreme Ventures outlet in the Anchovy community shortly after purchasing cash pot and super lotto tickets and exiting the establishment. A man gamble with his life. The deceased has been identified as Stephen Winter, a laborer. How many times have we heard that? Zane? Of Anchovy Meadows, on the outskirts of Anchovy, a passenger in a passing minibus which had stopped to pick up a passenger was also shot as gunmen peppered Winter with bullets. According to the police, at about 8:45 a.m., Winter was pounced on by two armed men who fired multiple shots at him. McCartan believes that Stefan, the man them really killed. See, Stefan, the man them really killed, eh? A man who was inside the gaming outlet said in shock. Me and the man just sit down in the cash pot shop and talk, said the man. Him did a play with a girl in the shop until him left. The next thing me start here, a pure gunshot. And me see people are run all over the place. So me just run too. Yeah, it makes sense. When things cool down and me go take a look, me see him. Me see him them shoot. After the gunmen fled the scene in a waiting motor car, several persons ran to Winter's assistance and rushed him to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. I must say, it is really good to hear that a situation like this would have occurred and Jamaicans rush to the aid of the human being instead of taking out their phones to record. It's a refreshing change. Yes, sir. Based on our observation, he was shot some 8 times in his upper body, a police officer said. So a passenger in a passing minibus was hit by a stray bullet, but his injuries are not life-threatening. Thank God for that. The killing of Winter has again raised concerns about the effectiveness of a state of emergency. I know that was going to come up. You understand? In the West, which has seemingly failed to deter the marauding gangsters who continue to wreak havoc across St. James. See? The man them no care. Them not pay attention to no state of emergency. Them just a go around and a kill people like a nothing, said a resident. People start afraid again because the soldier and police them there and them still a kill people. So since the start of the year, 72 persons have been murdered in St. James, making the Western Parish the third most murderous police division in the island. Behind St. Andrew South, where a state of emergency was declared last week, which was recently placed under SOE and good old Clarendon. Auntie, you understand? Teach can tell you this much. Not going to be the first nor the last. Alright. Ellie, Wagwan Empress, we say at 3 o'clock in the morning. When them a walk up and down with them tall thing, I know me have it up yawning, but you know I think I'm a darling. You understand what I say? So peeps, Babsy Grange tables sexual harassment bill. The Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports, Olivia Grange, recently tabled the sexual harassment bill in Parliament. The bill, entitled An Act to Make Provision for the Prevention of Sexual Harassment and for Connected Matters, is intended to protect women and men whose quality of life is affected by intimidating, hostile, or offensive environments caused by unwanted sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and crude sexual behavior. Yo, that be like serious. The bill includes proposals for dealing with sexual harassment in the workplace, schools, correctional institutions, place of safety, nursing homes, medical and psychiatric facilities, among other places. Green said the bill proposes to ensure an environment free of sexual harassment, as well as mechanisms to deal with the very serious crime. The bill is to be referred to the Joint Select Committee shortly. Grange said she anticipates the bill going through the parliamentary process as quickly as possible, as there are several women and men who urgently need the protection that the bill is designed to provide. Good move. Good move. You understand me? I say, oh, I'm still have a picture here. Good move. Anything for protect women and children, you understand, be it male or female, is a good move. You understand? So we give thanks for that. So hopefully the lawmakers will actually earn them salary this time around and dealt with the thing, and if amendments are needed and debates are to be had and the amendments they make sense and are in keeping with the rights of every single Jamaican, then you know what thing go. We give thanks. So peeps, we reach a segment of dance and now we have B dub plate. Courtesy of Ruel Reid, the dub master. I forget about Mutty Perkins laugh from time to time. Up to the crime. So peeps, surprise, surprise, surprise. Ruel Reid, a man of a different breed. You understand? Yeah, man. Man of a different breed. This brother not easy, you know. When I say the man not easy, the man not easy. Me I tell you how the man not easy, but we soon get to that. So I'm tell you now. So this lovely lady in the blue here, so is Miss Hyacinth Bennett. She is the founder and principal of the, well, I don't know if she's the principal of the Hydel group of schools. From Hydel Prep, Hydel High, Hydel University or something like that. You understand? But she also, you know, she also depend the board over Caribbean Maritime University. Where's the juice there? Tune for tune. CMU saga deepens. And this brother here, we are skin him teeth here, so it's Professor Fritz Pinnock. He's the president of CMU. This man in the middle here, so him come from Kingston Wharf. Yeah, him not involved in the CMU thing, but me just think me like that picture and me use it. Big up yourself, man, from Kingston Wharf. But yeah, between the devil and the deep blue sea. You know what I mean? And then this man over here, so, in him dashiki, he's not really a dashiki, but I say that, is the great Uncle Ruel Reid, grand uncle, cause the bloodline thin. You understand? Council says probe uncovers employment breach. That's what the CMU councillor saying. And peace, brace on yourself. It's going to be a bumpy ride. The Caribbean Maritime University CMU Council has reported that it was not notified about the engagement of 4 individuals. So listen to this now, the Council of the University, Caribbean Maritime. The council was not notified of the employment or engagement of 4 people. You understand? Listening 4 people, let me know. Hold on there. Including former Jamaica Labour Party caretaker and MP, Othniel Lawrence, consultant Gail Dunwell Campbell, and the company as the saga embroiling the state-owned entity continues to deepen. And all of them people are the people that were in an investigation, and you see? A funny story. The council made a revelation in a report of its investigation into allegations of mismanagement and misappropriation of funds. In other words, stealing of funds. You understand? Impropriety and nepotism made against the CMU, which has so far resulted in a decision by the CMU president, Professor Dr. Fritz Pinnock, to go on 6 weeks voluntary leave. Former Education Minister, Senator Ruel Reid, you understand? The paragon of virtue, was sacked after investigations began in agencies of the Ministry of Education. Then, according to the report, a small team from the council conducted the independent investigation at the request of the chairman after a special meeting of the council on March 25th at which the allegations were discussed. Remember, Ruel Reid was fired on the 28th of March. So they started their investigation on the 25th. You understand? And this lady here heads the council, Hyacinth Bennett. Hyacinth Bennett is a whole political activist too, you know. So that is the next thing there. But never mind. The initial focus of the investigation conducted between March 26th and April 8th related to 1. The process employed in the engagement of Sharon Reid, wife of Ruel Reid. I'm going to read that again. 1. The focus of the investigation. 1. The process employed in the engagement of Sharon Reid. And Sharon Reid is the wife of none other than Ruel Reid. Want to read what I go on? Want to read between the lines? You understand? 2. The process is employed in the engagement of Othniel Lawrence. 3. The nature of Othniel Lawrence's engagement and contractual obligations. 4. The process is employed in the engagement of Miss Gail Dunwell Campbell. You understand? As I say, I like Miss Gail Dunwell Campbell, you know, she's a very nice lady. But, as in appearance-wise. You understand? And I don't know that lady do nothing wrong, you know, when I do the math still. And it's not because I think she's a nice lady, well, I not defend her. But as I say, when I analyze everything, because fair thing of the thing is that she was employed as a consultant. You understand? To get some funds for university. And she get it, and she was supposed to get some money. And after she get the money, she wire some of her money to Ruel Reid help her, about 4 million. But I suppose Ruel, we don't know, because next thing I hear them want to sue me. I mean, I have no money to give them, you know. Because Ruel Reid look so money, you know, I soon tell you, no, yeah, brother, that's easy, yeah, Ruel, yeah, that's what I say. Watch it out. Ruel say I want $2 million from JC, but that is the next topic we soon come. Hold on, don't move. 5. The nature of Campbell Dunwell's engagement and contractual obligation, same like Othniel Lawrence. 6. The construction of a residence of a CMU senior official and its relationship with the CMU building projects. Listen this again, peeps. I could pull up that one, you know. You understand the money? Pull up this, you know. The construction of a residence of a CMU senior official. So CMU are below people. You understand? I'm there, look how, you know. You know, see what I go on. Teach, we need for change the PS. When it's not pastor, it's police. You understand? Politicians and principal. Yeah, so we are at principal to it, though. That's true, we are talking about the peace them. The peace. Because normally I 4. Police, pastor, politician. Police, pastor, politician. Are they 3? 4, you know. Yeah, alright. Watch out now. 7. The funds provided for the construction of schools. And 8. Any other matter, recontracts, employment, finances, or procurement processes. So I must say hats off to the council at CMU who actually have been doing an independent investigation. Make up that what you will, but then you have to give them to small mercies. Zane, watch you now. In relation to Lawrence, which is Father Othniel Lawrence, you understand? Auntie, me have Lawrence picture them all boy place and I know me can't find it. And that's where I go on. Boom. We're on the peeps, cause we like get a little bit yeah, so Father Lawrence, our brother in our green shirt. And this lady over here saying at the corner is Miss Gail Dunwell Campbell. I think she's a very lovely lady. Physically. Yes, and this lady here says Miss Doreen Miller. That is Ruel Reid helper. One of Ruel Reid's helper. Because over here says one next helper involved. She named Miss. I don't remember what she named. I'm confused. You understand? And this man over here, so I don't know him. And this man is Uncle Ruel. So that's our whole family right there. So. Alright, watch out now. In relation to Lawrence, who was employed as an independent advisor. I don't know why I can't advise some of them money. I mean, I tell them no foolishness, you know. At an annual salary of $5.1 million over 3 years. So basically, Othniel Lawrence would have gotten a salary when him contract done of 5 3s 15 and 3, $15.3 million for advice. When some teachers barely get $2 million a year. You understand? For teach. While this man is getting $5.1 million to advise. But alright. Let's move on. Watch out now, peeps. The council. I would have done that. In relation to Lawrence, who was employed as an independent advisor at an annual salary of $5.1 million over 3 years. The council said that while a signed agreement for a service is on file, signatures are not witnessed, and the council was not notified of his engagement. Let me tell you why. Because Othniel Lawrence was given an advisor role over CMU because Ruel Reid wanted him to vacate the center and northwestern seat so he can get it. Simple math. We don't need to add it up. Because them are going like a fool and nobody don't want to talk. What me go talk? You understand what I say? It's simple. This man did say him now left center and northwestern. Then this man left center and northwestern after he was employed as advisor to Fritz Pinnock, where's rural bestie. You understand? $5.1 million a year. Then him gone left center and northwestern. When he even carry the JLP, got code for one at a time. You'd never see smoke without fire, you know. You'd never see smoke without fire unless breeze blow it, but if fire there's somewhere. Yeah, remember that. Alright. Question, advice on what? Them say he was spearheading a program related to at-risk youths. But then that is the next problem. We soon get to... At what time you know? 9:13. Because it's going to take a long time, you know. You understand what I say? Alright. We're not draw on the chair. Because we done there already. Bonfire. Corner roast. Ready you know? Even though the council said that there's a signed agreement for the services of Othniel Lawrence. However, the signatures on the agreement are not witnessed and the council was not notified of his engagement. So the council governing the school not know say one man was employed to the school. Then somebody is a fool. You understand what I say? The council also reported that there was no clear process on Lawrence's engagement or selection as an advisor. Wow. Tell me something I don't know. Neither was there written rationale or protocol for his selection. The report stated that while deliverables described as work product to be delivered by the advisor should be evidenced by quarterly reports on work done for the previous quarter, there was no evidence of deliverables that can be substantiated. So in short, this man is getting $5.1 million a year for doing nothing. In short, the council said it was advised by Pinnock that Lawrence's engagement was based on an identified need for specialist support in the Faculty of Advanced Skills and Professional Development. However, the committee has not seen any documentary evidence to support this. Not only that, in the Faculty of Advanced Skills and Professional Development, Mr. Othniel Lawrence would not have the qualifications that would be demanded from a person like me or you to fill that post. You understand? But them keep on moving the goalpost, say anything possible. The report also stated, and peeps, me love the report here. You understand? Because it's easy if you understand. So even a layman like me. The report also stated that group life and health insurance provided to Lawrence and his family was not substantiated in the employment agreement. So this man get $5.1 million basic salary. Plus him get indemnity plan for him whole family. You understand? It's so much money that costs, you know. You me don't like for know. You understand? James Bond, pick up yourself in a big brother. What you say? You pay me to teach them. Alright, brother. I just hope the message reach them. Appreciate the support, bro, and the generosity. You know what I mean? Watch you know. In relation, so we're done with what Neil Lawrence, you know. For now. You understand? In relation to Miss Campbell Dunwell, which is the lady in this lovely black dress, the report stated that signatures on her contract were not witnessed, just like for Neil Lawrence. Alright. Following? And the contract was not submitted to the council for approval. So how was she employed to the university when the council did not sanction her employment? In addition, the council said it was unclear as to whom she directly reports. Ruel Reid, if you know what I answer if you know. You're not deaf? Noting that Campbell Dunwell's contract was for payment of US $155,000 over a 24-month period. The council said it was awaiting documentary evidence of the funds raised and received to date from her activities. Pinnock has defended Campbell Dunwell's contract. Of course, Mr. Pinnock will defend it, telling the Public Accounts and Appropriations Committee earlier this year that she has delivered value for money. Regarding the other two individuals and the company, while the council said it had no documentary evidence of the process used to procure their services, it is believed that members of the board, that the council was satisfied that they were performing as per their contracts, but them still don't have no evidence or them to employ, but at least them a deliver. You understand? In relation to the employment of Reid's wife, the council said, from all indications, Sharon Reid produced the required deliverables, and her performance has been deemed satisfactory, as evidenced by performance appraisals from her direct supervisors. I would like to know who is her direct supervisors. And I kind of understand how appraisal run. And, never mind. Regarding the construction of a residence of a CMU official, the council said it is still investigating the allegations to determine whether or not CMU resources and personnel were utilized. In relation to monies received for the construction of schools, the council said its probe uncovered no breaches. However, it has mandated the CMU's project officer to provide a list of the projects since 2016, the source of funding for each project, and the status of each project. I'm tired. Wow. Also, I have learned that the previous council was unceremoniously disbanded in January of 2018 by none other than Ruel Reid, who announced the appointment of a new council on April 25th. However, the new council was not called to a meeting until the end of June. A new council. The next council meeting was called by the chairman in November of 2018. So, over the course of a year, the council met only twice, says a source at the CMU. So then, if the council meet only twice, then why are we surprised that them employed Tom, Dick, Harry, Mary Jane, and Mary Sue? Miss Lou. Yeah, sir? In the report on its investigation, the council recommended that a whole heap of council Ruel Reid disbanding up because the National Education Council, who was supposed to sanction the appointment of school boards, was disbanded by Mr. Reid. And at the same time, when the said teachers should not criticize the Ministry of Education, they will be muzzled. That man, go here, man. So, in the report on its investigation, the council recommended that 1. No press release should be sent to the media without the council's approval. Why not? Then me not get nothing juicy. The university should desist with immediate effect The process of hiring persons before a contract and detailed terms of reference are in place. Too late shall be the cry. All contracts should be submitted to the legal department for review and preparation of final draft. 4. There needs to be an immediate review of the records management system. You don't say. 5. All matters regarding contracts and the engagement of consultants should come to the council for ratification and approval. Wow. The budget for international conferences should be presented to the council for review and approval. It wasn't. 7. There needs to be a clear system that the Director of Finance and Treasury, Bursa engages for the payment of contracts. 8. The council needs a full list of all CMU affiliated companies and to be briefed on how they are constituted. 9. All contracts, including those of the consultants, should reside in the legal department and or human resource department. 10 and final. All bank accounts be managed through the formal financial system of the CMU and included in the audit process. Them say it's better late than never. But I cannot believe. You understand? I cannot believe that a university under the government of Jamaica would have been operating like a potty shop. And I'll say this, and I will come to an article in Sunday, that Mr. Ruel Reid was allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. And that falls flatly at the feet of the Prime Minister, Andrew Michael Holness. So whether I'm fire Ruel Reid, yea or nay, Ruel Reid was allowed to be a dictator unto himself. Hey Jamila, how are you, princess? Hope you're okay. Ruel Reid was allowed to become a dictator in a democracy. Ruel Reid was allowed to speak to and treat teachers and school administrators like I'm yard boy. And nothing came of it. So, however this end, the Prime Minister, who is ultimately responsible for every minister in his cabinet, he gave Ruel Reid the freedom to do what he wanted. Because as I normally say when I'm at work and teachers complain about youth, I normally say, this is my thing. Children can only do what you allow them to do. Yes, Mr. Williams, you're a man, so they're not going to. Children can only do what you allow them to do. Yes, they're going to respond differently to you, sir, because you're a man and you're big. Children can only do what they are allowed to do. But, sir, children can only do what they are allowed to do. And Andrew Holness is the father. And in children, them, Andrew Wheatley, Ruel Reid can only do what they were allowed to do. So the Prime Minister cannot extricate himself from blaming this. No way, Jose. You understand? I'm going to say this. I'm going to come in for a little bit of sticking in this. You know the funny thing about this is, deep down, I think that Andrew Holness actually means some good to this country, or for this country. You understand? But he has allowed his horsemen to create carnage wherever they go. So ultimately, it comes down to the Prime Minister. The buck stops at the PM, the First Minister, the Premier Minister. You understand what I say? But we come back to that at a later date. I would have done it, you know. CMU, Hydel earned $2.2 million under the Cap Yes project. We talk about Cap Yes Wednesday night. I remember, hold on, let me say if you not follow in a dance, because when you come to school more time and still look and teach and learn idea, you know. The St. Catherine-based Hydel University, founded by Hyacinth Bennett. Remember, Hyacinth Bennett is the chair for the CMU council. Sorry, guys. And Hyacinth Bennett, you know, listen what I'm going. The St. Catherine-based Hydel University, founded by Hyacinth Bennett, raked in approximately $2.2 million over a 14-month period when it was used as one of several venues for Caribbean Maritime University Controversial Career Advancement Program Youth Empowerment Solution, CAPYES. Bennett is also chairman of the council that governs CMU. And see, I did say back in the time there, people did chastise him for. If you look like a duck and walk like a duck, CMU confirmed Hydel's involvement in the CAPYES project. Yes, sir. A day after one lawmaker publicly raised questions about its operations. Michael Phillips, who is Peter Phillips' son, no doubt, opposition member of the Public Appropriations Committee of Parliament, had questioned whether any aspect of the program was given to the Hydel group of schools to implement. Because the reality is this, even though that might have gone through the proper channels, it would have been a conflict of interest. Why? Because the owner and operator of the Hydel group of schools is Hyacinth Bennett on one hand. On the next hand, Hyacinth Bennett is also the chairperson for the Caribbean Maritime University Council. So whichever way you dally and dilly that, there is a conflict of interest. So I am saying, you know, even though that those arrangements might have been above board, thank God for small mercies, it is a conflict of interest. Zin, so Michael Phillips did say, him did want to know whether any aspect of the project was given to the Hydel group of schools to implement. My stomach feel upset for some strange reason. Zin, next, if the answer is yes, was the board notified of the chairman's interest? What is the amount spent on the program with Hydel? Now, the CMU acknowledged in a statement that on December the 1st, 2016, the then Caribbean Maritime Institute, because remember it was Institute before it was upgraded as University, entered into an agreement with the Hydel University to be a satellite site under the initiative, the CAP initiative. CMI was later renamed CMU. It is unclear if Bennett was chairman of the then board of directors of the CMI. So we're not sure about that yet, so we can't crucify her yet, you know. CMU also made it clear that Hydel only provided the venue and venue-related services. CMI staff conducted the sessions, hired and paid the teachers, and arranged the training materials. According to the university, Hydel terminated the agreement on January 31st, 2018, citing concerns about the maintenance of its facilities and other student-related matters. Yeah? So, the East Kingston-based institution noted that since December 2005, its School of Advanced Skills had a Memorandum of Understanding with Hydel University. The MOU allows for collaboration between both parties on a range of initiatives. Fair enough, me can't see through that. Nothing wrong with that. The CMU said under the December 2015 agreement, Hydel was paid $9,000 per student, with a total of $2.2 million paid out during the course of the arrangement for the expenses. Conflict of interest. You understand? That is what it boils down to. A conflict of interest. But moving on, because night a come. So you know, peeps, in the streets, the gentleman on screen, you don't know Ruel Reid by now. That fellow is Ruel Reid's former driver. Driver, don't stop at all. Steve McQueen, I lie, I know Steve McQueen. But him name McQueen. You understand? So you know, there are allegations that Ruel Reid driver was contracted to cater for the CAPS program. Yes, sir. Top Max. You see, me so caught up in this in a Top Max. Not even say Top Max top up the thing, you know. Top Max, manners and respect in the family. You understand what I say? And Top Max, I'm seeing in the display a female picture. But Top Max, I don't know if it's a female name. So I don't know if Top Max is a male or a female. You understand before me go any further. Because I don't want to feel like I suck out back juice in the night, you know. But Top Max, big up yourself. I appreciate the contribution. When you just so immersed in the discussion, look where we even did see when the color change. You know what I mean? So peeps, Ruel Reid's former driver speaks out. You see, just like how the former helper claims that she speak out, the driver speak out. And same did stop. You understand? Denies he was contracted as a caterer at the CMU. A former driver fired Education Minister Ruel Reid. I'm tired for calling my name now. God no. Don't deny me. Zed is distancing himself from the deepening money scandal rocking the Caribbean Maritime University CMU, as he is denying having ever been contracted as a caterer by the university. Zane? So, Michael Phillips again, you understand? And Fitz Jackson question whether Reid's former driver, Devon McQueen, was contracted by the CMU. And as me said, and I want to quote upon this, the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee of Parliament is a wonderful idea. You understand? It has exposed a myriad of problems affecting Jamaica and the misappropriation of taxpayers' money. Whoever came up with that idea, it is a brilliant idea. You understand what I say? And even though some politicking and politicking is still involved in it, I mean, it is serving the country very well, I must say. You understand what I say? So now, the opposition MPs question whether McQueen was contracted as a caterer for the CMU Career Advancement Program, CAP. Zane? Mr. McQueen is speaking out. He says he wants to clear his name. See him, so the helper say. Mr. McQueen says he knows nothing about catering. And at no time did he supply any catering services to the CMU. Mr. McQueen says earlier this year he was interviewed by the police. He says he told investigators that at no time did he consent to have his name used as a caterer for the CMU. Right now, if you is friend with Ruel Reid, you better go check some places if you name did it. If I true the driver attack, anyways. You understand? Alright. Mr. McQueen also says he never collected any money in that capacity. He says he does not know, but it is possible that his name may have been used and listed as a caterer at the CMU. But he says he has no idea who may have used his name. Calls placed to CMU President Fritz Pinnock to find out whether Mr. McQueen was on the university's record as a caterer were not answered. The man is on leave, is the only thing. Zane? And thing. So in the meantime, Mr. McQueen says earlier this year he left his job as former Minister Ruel Reid's driver because he was not satisfied with how he was being treated. He says he feels badly about the scandal, which has engulfed both Reid and the CMU. You understand? As a matter of fact, the gentleman here, see, you see, him did actually do some interview upon Nationwide. I must say, because one of them probably get a greater sense from the but then this is going to move like up. Gonna get a greater sense when him actually attacked, because he spoke during the interview. But I don't know if I can go find it, I know still. But something. I'm probably not going to find it. You understand? Some or Nationwide set up them things. You have to find certain things sometimes. See me? You have to search. But alright. One of them time then. But we're not done yet now. We're not done. We still there CMU, you know. We still there CMU. You know see? Tired of CMU. CMU family urged to stick together. Staff unhappy as meeting sheds no light on corruption saga. You understand me I say? Digital home tech, what go on? Yeah man, I Chelsea me support man. See? Staff at the Caribbean Maritime University were left disgruntled yesterday after a meeting with administrators who failed to address allegations of rampant corruption involving the institution. Come like me just go do that story. Two more story and then I call it a night and pick up Sunday because this look like it's gonna take you all night. You understand? Because I don't want to talk about the corruption vigil, you know. But me gonna talk about it Sunday. You understand? I just wrap up Uncle Ruel thing in the night because it out for stress me. You understand? Alright, so we're done with the driver. What did they look like now? See me all confused. Yeah. So staff at the Caribbean Maritime University were left disgruntled yesterday after a meeting with administrators who failed to address allegations of rampant corruption involving the institution. The meeting was reportedly the first held since the resignation of Education Minister Ruel Reid, who is the subject of investigations at the CMU being conducted by law enforcement outfits including the Financial Investigative Division and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We soon come back to the Financial Investigative Division because remember, say Fritz Pinnock did carry them go to court to block them. But we soon come back to him and them. You understand? It also followed reports by the CMU Council this week that it was not notified about the employment of 4 individuals, including Othniel Lawrence, Gail Dunwell Campbell, and Mr. Ruel Reid wife. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. We were called to the meeting and all they had to tell us was that we are a family and that we must stick together as a family. I mean, say family. There was no attempt to address the many allegations that have come against the CMU, fumed one staff member. According to the staff member, questions about the ongoing scandal were mainly deflected by school officials who remained tight-lipped, noting an investigation was on the way. They said they did not have answers and that they could not comment on the matter. Nobody seems to want to take any responsibility for their actions, said the source, adding that staff raised concerns about the university's long wait before addressing the staff on the matter. If we are supposed to be a family, as they say, I would expect that they, as administrators, would have come out and say something to us from long ago, the staff member continued. You understand? So you know, a portion of things. They must say we are family, so we stick together. The family that stick together, stick together. You understand? It's something like that. So now, still over CMU. Peace, I'm telling you something tired of that topic. But me really and truly tired of that topic. But say, right now, we have to continue moving on. Because the work have to do. You know what I mean? The work got to be done, man. CMU drops court action against Financial Investigation Division and boots Hugh Wildman. Now, Hugh Wildman is a wild man. We don't know Hugh Wildman from Cash Plus days. Hugh Wildman was first employed as a liquidator, then him end up a defend Carlos Hill. that alone fit tell you some things. But let me see if a picture here is a better picture of Hugh Wildman. No, that one is a better one. Make we start all this. Alright. It's I'm funny enough. I'm going to bigger joke. You don't wait for that joke here. I'm not going to laugh. It's funny. Hugh Wildman was contracted by the CMU, Professor Fritz Pinnock, to represent CMU against the Financial Investigative Division, who are trying to get some information in the investigation. Hugh Wildman is also the attorney for Ruel Reid. Read what you may into the reading. Yo, Jamaica to rat it, man. There's never a dull moment. You understand? Never a dull moment. You know much youth in other country I can't go to school September because CMU drops court action against Financial Investigations Division and boots Hugh Wildman. But Wildman said I represent Ruel Reid. As a matter of fact, Wildman said Ruel Reid no broke no law. There were just some administrative gaps. The Council of the Caribbean Maritime University, CMU, says it is dropping the court action against the Financial Investigative Division. It should have started from day one. The Investigation Division, FID, which was intended to stop them from getting documents from the school. If you claim that you would have nothing to hide, why would you be blocking the Financial Investigative Division from doing their work, Mr. Fritz Pinnock? That is a question that I have been asking from your fine notes. Say, Fritz Pinnock carry FID to court. Alright. The CMU Council say it is also terminating the services of attorney Hugh Wildman, who brought the action against the FID. So Hugh Wildman is representing CMU, or representing Fritz Pinnock if you want to say it, and he's also representing Ruel Reid. Talk about a conflict of interest. That is according to a report prepared by the university's council. It was also revealed that the CMU council chairwoman, Ms. ISN Bennett again, requested that the CMU cooperate with the FID investigation almost a month ago. The CMU should have been cooperating from day one, not just a month ago. The council report seeks to outline its efforts to address the concerns which have arisen as a result of investigations into the conduct of Ruel Reid. The CMU council's report outlines the timeline of events and actions it took in relation to the deepening money scandal. According to the report, a special meeting of the council on Monday this week, it was suggested that the court action and the services of attorney Hugh Wildman be terminated. Big up on us. Hold on there. Terminate that. You understand? At that meeting earlier this week, the council also made the decision to inform the CMU's president, Professor Fritz Pinnock, of its decision to suspend his access to the CMU system. So them block Fritz Pinnock from over CMU. He all doing up and leave. Big up on yourself. Last Friday, the CMU announced that Professor Pinnock was to go on 6 weeks voluntary leave of absence, effective immediately. The council says it also considered sending the university treasurer Devon Gardner on leave. However, it was revealed that Mr. Gardner had already made a request to be granted leave. Oh, fire there must still. There's a Chelsea owner selling Chelsea. People are saying that donkey years nowadays. We talk about that one next time. You understand? Auntie. Which one we there now? So, in another special meeting on June 13, the council says it was informed by Professor Fritz Pinnock that Mr. Wildman was engaged to represent the school in the matter of releasing requested documents to the FID. Why would Mr. Fritz Pinnock want to block the FID from conducting their investigation as the laws of the country permits them to do? And what them having at the garden hiding? According to the report, chairwoman of the CMU Council, ISN Bennett, requested that the tertiary institution release the documents as so they should be. Ms. ISN Bennett, hold this again. Yeah, sir. The CMU Council, which are we there now? Also, at the June 13 meeting, the council ordered an audit of the operations of the Treasury Department. The CMU Council report says the audit was ordered after it questioned Mr. Gardner, who is the treasurer. Let me tell you why I'm real post. Him real post is, treasurer. You understand me? I say everybody around Andrea D. You understand? Zane? But which are we there now? Yeah, so the CMU Council report says the audit was ordered after it questioned Mr. Gardner about alleged anomalies contained in information he provided. Meanwhile, the report also revealed that the University Council has decided that Othniel Lawrence should serve out the remainder of his contract instead of his service being terminated. And listen why. That decision was made at a special meeting on the 4th of June. The council says the decision was made because of the legal ambiguity surrounding his contract. Yeah. According to the council, there was a difference of legal opinion between the CMU's legal officer and Hugh Wildman regarding the terms of Mr. Lawrence's contract. The council says it found the matter to be a legal grey area and could potentially be challenged in court if termination is recommended. It also decided to review the terms of reference of Mr. Lawrence's contract. Again, Mr. Lawrence's 3-year, $5.1 million per annum contract with the university expires in 2021. At the June 4 meeting, the University Council says its chairwoman also asked for a decision to be made about the termination of Gail Campbell-Dunwell. According to the report, Professor Fritz Pinnock advised the council that the contract with Ms. Dunwell is in abeyance. That means the contract is in a state of temporary suspension, but it is unclear if or when the contractual arrangement with Ms. Campbell-Dunwell will be reactivated. Peeps, I hope I not lose, you know. You understand? I have one more topic where I go clear up in the night here, and then I'm done for the night. I go pick up again Sunday, because right now I'm tired. You understand? The man said, boy, teacher, I dissect the story. So watch out now, peeps. Remember, you know, I'm going to take off all my glass. Well, not my glass, my glass. You understand? Face all fat. Marky. Remember when Ruel Reid was fired on the 20th of March? Ruel Reid was fired in the morning. And by the afternoon, Ruel Reid go up at JC, say he want to meet with the board to start back his job as principal. After one man was employed in Ruel Reid's position as principal, Ruel Reid want just go walk in and put the man out the door and take back his job. Ruel Reid is unconscionable, man. But it gets worse. A breach of contract, or as we say, contract deemed illegal, shall be rescinded or terminated. Yes, but you know, Finar, that's a good point. But remember, if you follow, they are saying that there is evidence on the books that the contract was given and signed. There was just no no witness to the signing. You understand? So they must say now, based on the wording of said contract, the possibility is that if they terminate the contract, it might end up costing them more than the $15.3 million. You see? That's why you see politics and politicians. Nobody can tell me nothing about them. I say nobody can tell me nothing about them. It no matter which side them come from. Red, green, yellow, or the rainbow. 6.5 dozen next family. That's why when people are come talk to me about anti-corruption vigil, what they have to run with some people, where? But we get to that Sunday, because me have a lot. I got so much things to say right now. So much things to say. Them good as all hate me by now, but sure, them is alright. You understand? Ruel Reid and what Ruel Reid wants. I would assume at this point in time, Ruel Reid would want to come out of the media spotlight. For essentially just take away himself. Like what Mr. Vega saying to himself, everybody just go yourself. You understand what I say? Spin with it and take away yourself. You understand? Ruel Reid not into that. Like him don't know the take away yourself dance. Right now, man, I behave like a ranged bull. Ranged. Yo. Fired education minister seeks return to $2 million incentive arrangement with Jamaica College. But you see me darn child, as my grandmother used to say. Why? Alright, for now, that's a valid point as well, bro. I accept that point there, but they must know, because I am not privy to the contract. Fired education minister seeks return to $2 million incentive arrangement with Jamaica College. Mr. Gracie will say, watch your head in behind the teach. Them man, they can't get behind me, man. Yo! Ruel Reid, the discarded former Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Deacon and all, is pushing for Jamaica College to resume paying him millions of dollars in principal's incentives he received while on active duty as head of the Old Hope Road St. Andrew Base High School, more than 3 years after he last occupied the office. Ruel Reid is unconscionable. Ruel Reid has no principles or no values and morals as a man. Finna, no, him actually resigned. Him actually sending him letter resignation as caretaker. We soon get to that. There has never been the likes of a Ruel Reid. The man is a different breed family. At the same time, there is rumbling among the school's old boys, with concerns being raised about the inordinately long time current head of the institution, Wayne Robinson, has been left as acting principal. Reid is currently on 8 months vacation leave from the institution, because remember, the run go up the same one back him job. But Ruan Atri, this man for broke already when this man would have been involved in the embezzlement of so much taxpayers' dollars. Eh? If the allegations are to be believed. You understand? So him broke very quickly then. Alright. Miss Godfield with me, I said, except G.A.G. Smith, I think you talk about the former Minister of Labour. Watch out now. So them send him for 8 months leave, pending investigations, pending a whole lot of things. Alright, watch out now. Ruel Reid is currently on 8 months vacation leave. He shouldn't even get that family. You understand? From the institution. Following the end of his 2-year secondment to the Education Ministry on March 7th. And peeps, I promise you I look a treat for Ruel Reid Sunday. Ruel Reid was allowed to do too much. We get to that. Hold on. The man was a dictator. And his dismissal as Education Minister last year, well, a year later. That departure in March 2019 had resulted in an early conclusion to a 3-year special leave arrangement which followed the end of his secondment and was expected to run until March 2021. His 8 months leave ending November. There's a question that I would want somebody to answer to. Who granted Ruel Reid special leave after a secondment had concluded? When you hear that question, I want to write it down because I'll get back to it in the future. As far as I know, Ruel Reid sanctioned and signed off on his own special leave. But we get to that in the future. Hold on. Ruel Reid should know saying shouldn't play with teachers in the beginning of time, you know. Yeah, I mean. Ready or no, Pete? Watch ya. Yeah. So his 8 months leave ending November. When Prime Minister Andrew Holness removed Reid from the Education Ministry in March of this year, the school board at JC voted to send him on administrative leave and opted not to reintroduce the incentives it had provided before he joined the ministry. It is understood that those incentives include more than $2 million per annum in additional salary, a fully furnished house, and absolution of payment of all utility bills. And them life that the man that live as principal, you know. And the man go live bigger life. And the man can't see people, things and not trouble with family. Eh? You know the funny thing? I have to work 10 years to get 8 months leave. I have to work 10 years to get 8 months leave. You believe that? And this man does get leave, secondment, everything. And I have to work 10 donkey years, a decade, to get 8 months leave. Alright, but never mind. Cause me is nobody still, but everything good. Probably there, you know. So the man, the incentives, $2 million per annum. This is not salary in a piece, the incentive, you know. In additional salary, a fully furnished house, and absolution of payment of all utility bills. The man was living lavish. You understand? Man, and the 6 them a roll. Yo. Early this week, several JC old boys. Yeah? But before that, alright, before we reach this. However, approaches have been made to the school board on Reid's behalf for him to continue receiving the incentives, given that he remains principal of the institution. Early this week, several JC old boys spoke with the media. Yeah? You understand? Even though them decide for remains anonymous. Run through to teach what yourself. Them not like people. Them is alright. I live my life in a fear of nothing or no one, my friend. You understand what I say? So, I don't know what them are going to do, but then them do what them have to do. You understand what I say? So I think. But blessings, you know, I appreciate the word of caution. You understand? But them is alright. Watch me, you know. You show me there? Me and last. Yeah, so the JC old boys are must say some things, and the JC old boys are very powerful, you know. Make the whole part trick with you. You understand? Let me find it. Yeah. The JC old boys said they were distressed by the limbo in which Robinson has been left and Reid's continued association with the school. I would be distressed as well. Zane, one of the old boys said I read in a paper Tuesday morning that the Jamaica Labour Party General Secretary, Dr. Horace Chang, said Reid cannot run on the party's ticket in the general election. If he's not good enough for Jamaica politics, why should he continue serving as principal at Jamaica College? You understand? Yes, we're good, man. Everything good, man. You see me? Another said, and then the next thing, I know people concerned, but you see the next thing, I don't write none of them articles. It's the Glean and the Observer and Nationwide. Most of the articles that I discuss are published by those people. So I don't write them. So if they want to do people things, they go do them people things. I just talk into my peeps. You understand? And I make the message reach. Everything good. Watch I know. And that's a brilliant question. Because the man has said, if he's not good enough for Jamaican politics, why is he good enough for Jamaica College, where he is now dealing with the country's future children? You understand me? I say, and thing. Alright. Shall we there now? Me a last again. I make me last and I want to, man. Yeah. Another said he was puzzled by the board's decision to approve special leave. Mark you, they are not in breach of the provisions, but we knew a lot of things that ought to have caused members to say, wait a minute. Reid became principal of Jamaica College in 2006, but was asked to join the cabinet as Minister of Education in March 2016, 2 weeks after the JLP won the general election. 2 years later, when his secondment was over and the request for 3 years special leave was submitted, there were objections from at least 3 of the representative groups that make up the board. A majority voted for the approval. On March 10, 2018, Dean Roy Bernard, we talk about Dean Roy Bernard Wednesday, he was former permanent secretary, would have been shipped off to the Ministry of Finance. The then permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education wrote to the school advising that the request for 3 years leave had been endorsed by the ministry. Who endorsed it? Who sanctioned it? He asked that JC act with dispatch in affirming the request to allow Reid to continue in his job as minister. Again, at least 3 board groups objected. It is understood that the Old Boys Association, and Old Boys in general, the Parent Teachers Association, and the Student Council were among the most vociferous objectors to the school's continuing relationship with Reid. There was no commitment to paying any portion of the monies. Our incentive. Ruel Reid say more than $2 million. So I got done with the Ruel Reid now and just call it a night, peeps. We pick up Sunday, where we left off. Embattled Ruel Reid resigned as JLP caretaker for Northwest St. Anne. It took a long time. It's been a long. Two men know that tune I'm not singing that I see on the ears tonight. Fired Education Minister Ruel Reid. I'm taking him off my screen now. Because right now, I need some peace of mind. Embattled Ruel Reid resigned as JLP caretaker for Northwest St. Anne. You understand? So fired Education Minister Ruel Reid has resigned as JLP caretaker for Northwest St. Anne. Mr. Reid had indicated in April that he would resign from the post shortly after he was sacked as Education Minister and Government Senator amid corruption allegations. But according to media reports, he has still been working in the constituency. General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Herstrang, says he spoke with Mr. Reid today, who says he has submitted his resignation letter to the party. He says the JLP will now move to select someone to replace Reid. He also says the Wellness Administration is concerned about corruption allegations and claims. Yeah, and them things. So we can left with this. You understand? So peeps, sorry if it's stressing you with the Ruel Reid situation, but you know the thing go. We just work here, sir, because I don't know. I don't know, Rasta, I don't know. So Ruel Reid for do better though. Ruel for just take away himself, go live as a hermit somewhere. After them probably release him from custody. Cause I have a distinct feeling that Ruel will be arrested, you know. Yeah, so I know some people don't believe so. But I have that distinct feeling. You understand? Some people don't have no faith in our system. But it's just a feeling. I could see it go. I watch and see. You understand? So peeps, it was a joy. You understand? In a sad way. Because we are talking about the state of our country. And everybody went on the stream right now, they here so because they love Jamaica. We can't go around that. You understand me? I say everybody waiting at the stream right now, they here because them love Jamaica. And it really and truly heart-rending more time. It really and truly draining emotionally, psychologically, for deal with them things here on a weekly basis. You understand me? I say really and truly. You see me? And the reality is that we hope the thing get better. We really and truly hope the thing get better. Because at the end of the day, it affect everybody. You understand me? I say it affect everybody. Can I catch them say nothing now come out of this? I would really and truly like to be a little bit more optimistic. You understand? May I give the security forces the benefit of the doubt, and may I hope that this will be a watershed moment in this nation's history when public officials will be given a rude awakening and they will smell the coffee and realize that it's not business as usual. It cannot be business as usual. You understand? There's just too much at stake. The nation's future is at stake. You understand? So, Dr. Andrew Wheatley is still a part of the JLP party and him involved in corruption. He's an MP already, brother. You understand me? I say, Ruel Reid is a caretaker. Yes, I don't think Andrew Wheatley would then just and the reality do the Andrew man, and let's be fair about this. And it's a good question to you, bro. Let's be fair. Andrew Wheatley was not as enmeshed, Zane, or ingrained in the level of corruption that we're seeing is facing Ruel Reid. So we have to be cognizant of that too. You understand me? I say, so that is that. Ruel Reid is a caretaker. Wheatley, it was elected by the people. You understand me? I say, so that is a different thing, you know. So what me I say is that I sincerely hope that this will be a moment in Jamaica history where we will look back and say, yes, this was a defining moment in the country. When we look back and say, yes, this was the time when Jamaican politicians were made to understand that you can't just walk and thief taxpayers' money. You understand what I say? And public officials going forward will understand, say, here we go on, man. Enter at your own risk. You see me? So, me I hope, and I am being optimistic on this one. Zane, me probably I set up myself a disappointment, but I want to go forward believing that something will happen as a result of this. I think the evidence is overwhelming. You understand? It's taking a long time, but some things need time. You understand what I say? M. Hendricks said Wheatley have much more skeletons left unsaid. Wait until them done with Cruel. Well, me could say, and I don't doubt that any at all. You understand what I say? I not doubt that. I really and truly not doubt that. But me hope that there will be some resolution in this Ruel Reid situation where Jamaicans can say, okay, we see a change in the direction of governance. We see a change in how public officials are made to be held accountable. You understand what I say? So it's a long road, it's a long journey, and them things. But please, before I left, I want to talk to you about a few things. You understand? So this is the housekeeping part of the thing. I mean, I want a helper. I mean, I need a driver. You better just talk to me peeps then. You understand what I say? So peeps, as me I say, with the whole corruption debacle currently surrounding the education ministry and CMU, I sincerely hope, and I am remaining optimistic, that something will be done and people will be made to pay for the misappropriation of taxpayers' money. I am remaining optimistic. I understand that some persons are saying that nothing not gonna happen, but then if we keep on getting up and saying nothing not gonna happen, then nothing will never happen because there's nobody there applying the pressure for something to happen. So we can't drop our hand, you know. We have to keep on fighting because as small as I think our voice is, the voice I reached, as I'm telling you recently, a video that I did, a video that was posted by the Prime Minister on his Twitter page, there was an excerpt from my video. You understand what I say? So no believe, so them not listening, you know. You understand the message? I move from one place to the next. It just gonna take a while. So as the movement get bigger, more people buy into the movement and more people come watch the stream them. Then the voice will get a little bit louder and will probably become more effective. Because when Cliff Hughes them talk some things over nationwide, and when Dan Jackson Miller them talk some things over RJ and TVG, people listen. Because them have the reach. You understand what I say? So it takes a while. So if everybody keeps on pushing and applying pressure bust pipe, man. You see me I say? And it takes, Confucius once said, it takes a single grain of rice to tip the scale. A single grain of rice to tip the scale. So we need to keep pushing, we need to keep fighting, we need to keep highlighting these things. We need to keep having healthy, intelligent discourse and discussion about these things. You understand? And somewhere along the line, something have to give. You understand what I say? So this might seem small to some people, but I promise you that people are listening. Not because them really want to listen, you know, but because them know them have to listen. And that is important. And peace, as me I say now, before I leave and before me big up everybody, there are a couple of housekeeping matters I want to deal with. Back in the days, I had said I was starting a second channel before I started Jamaica. See? Gym Life JA. Because them time I did a workout. Them time I did hot. You understand? I'm never fat. But then the channel, I had to choose the channel over the gym. See? Because the channel was starting to get some momentum. I saw the potential and the possibility. So there was a conflict. So I decided to focus on the channel per se. My eating habits went out the window as well. My sleeping time was cut short. You know you need to sleep in order to keep off weight as well. See, because that's a long story for you next time. But then now I stopped going to the gym, so I decided I haven't done anything on that channel recently. Started going back to the gym because fatness now make me be great. So I try. You understand what I say? And thing. All of them friends teach them. Now send them a prison. As me I say, Miss Chisholm, unlike you, I will remain optimistic. And I sincerely hope that this is a watershed moment and something will change. But I understand when you say Empress. See, we just hope for a change. A dawn. A new dawn. So I will start uploading videos again on said channel. So I am asking my viewers go over there and subscribe to that channel as well. You understand? That channel is far from monetization. I'm just a bill it. You understand? On that channel, there will be gym stuff, there will be diet stuff. You understand? Some other little things from time to nice little vibes. You understand? Probably even more intimate than this channel and thing and Jamaica. You see me? So when you go subscribe, I'm gonna probably upload a one video upon it over a weekend and thing. And them something there as I try lose the weight. And people might say, teach what kind of weight you talk about. You understand? The married man belly thing no fit me. You understand what I say? So the channel is Gym Life JA. So just go subscribe. Then you don't know the next channel is Jamaica. That are the second baby really. See, many of you have subscribed to that already. Haven't been uploading as much as I should. But I will pick up. You understand? And them thing there. And then now the next thing is the merch store. You understand? Some people asked me for the link the last time. I don't check the store if I don't spend no money yet, but I'm going to check across over there and see what I go. I don't need to sort out them little things, man. You understand? So get something to teach them. Get something to Jamaica. Probably Gym Life JA will come eventually. Yeah, me you never know. You understand? Probably I'll start a gym wear company or that thing. You never know. Them things are funny, you know. You understand? Would have known that at this point in time I would have 114,000 subscribers and teach them. You know, I just say things. So I crave your support over at Gym Life JA. You understand? It's about, you know, living healthy, eating clean, exercising and them something there and thing and we see. So go subscribe. Zine and tell your friends. So I'm gonna tell you that every time I come stream. But peace, big up on yourself. It's Friday night. I know some people are the street, some people are going to sleep, but you know what I think. For the people that when you go on the road, you know what I think. Have something nice to drink, but if you must drink, do not drive. If you must drive, do not drink. Have a designated driver. You understand what I say? If you know you can't drink water or not drink nothing at all. Allow the headphones them on the road. Allow the Bluetooth headpiece them. Keep on the phones down the pocket down on the bag. Use them only when you need them. Walk with only the cash that you need. If you must take public transportation, try to travel in a group. If you cannot travel in a group, know the do's and the don'ts. Take the license plate number, send it go give somebody. Describe the car, describe the driver. Tell people you're there, tell people where you go. Always follow your instinct. If it feels wrong, it is inherently wrong. Trust absolutely no one. You understand? For the people that want post every little detail of them life, cool off. You understand what I say? For the people them will live them life in a social media, them personal life, bill. You understand what I say? You know what I think? I say DS Electronics Unlimited, Miss Grace Abel, Dante Danny, Yardi J.A., Ingrid Theater, Cookie Mama, Miss Ruth Daly, Cookie, big up yourself, Empress. Saying, look, I'm full up the thing with my link them. Miss Joan Gray, Faith PC, Anointed, Royal, Strong Maroon, Frost Legend, manners and respect in a family, you know what I think, you know. Sister Kanaya catches and big up yourself, you know. You know what I mean? Ron Stewart, Rich Kid where I deal with, Father Neil Tomlinson, manners and respect in a brother. Zane, God favored me, Ruth Daly, who else in the building? DeAndre Small, my brother, big up yourself, you know what I think, you know. Julian Smith, big up yourself, you know, big bro. Finar, manners in a family. You answer me and say, who else there about? I know one of our people them cut out still. Miss Shantanique Enlighten. Neil Tomlinson, I big up Neil already, big up yourself again. M. Hendrickson, manners, you brought some very good points to the discussion, my friend. Really and truly appreciate that. You know what I think, 4 Inky TV. It's 4 Inky TV. Okay, I think I right think that, you know. Big up yourself. You know what I mean? Who else about? Kimona Thompson, good night, my friend. Vilma Ritchie, good night, Empress. You understand? Run the chalk, manners and respect. You see me? All of the people them what they about, big up themselves. I'm not find the name again because the people them stop coming. Jadi, big up yourself in a Jam 1 Express trucking. You know what I think? Renee was here, big up yourself. Jamela was here, Miss Lorna Sawyers was here. I don't know. James Bond was here. I don't remember if I say Royal General since 19, but I think him did there. You know what I think? Peeps, manners and respect. You know what I think? Sunday, 5:30. Make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get book for it. Amanda Jones. Yeah, man, me still live. I cut now. Father Omar got you. Manners and respect. So I say, so people, soon Sunday, 5:30. As I said, make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get book for it. Walk good. Step with Jah. I'm on.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.